I'm back with the ever-growing list of mature sapphic characters in film and TV. I already covered a whopping 116 in the first 6 parts, link in the title cast that video, and today I have 10 more to add to the list, both new and old. That last one I suggest with great reservation because I'm still not okay with that ending years later, but I guess it has a mature sapphic lady in it, so I should mention it. Let's start off with a Charlize Theron vehicle, Atomic Blonde, a high-octane action movie about the eminently skilled MI6 agent sent to Berlin during the Cold War to recuperate a list of double agents and investigate the murder of a fellow agent. The mission takes her on a wild ride into dangerous territory that will see her battling those that seek to uncover and kill her, with some impressive action sequences to bulk up the narrative. While on mission, she comes into contact with a French operative, and let's just say that the encounter turns sapphic and steamy, and it looks like they have a really good time. For a complete change of pace, there is Daughters of the Dust, a 1991 indie film that focuses on a community of ex-slaves who have lived a relatively peaceable life on an island off the mainland of America, East Coast, in 1902. In this place, they have been able to develop their own culture, their own language, and importantly, remained largely free of racial stigmatization. The film follows this community as a number of them prepare to immigrate to the mainland with all of the allure of modern society. Newly returned to the island is Yellow Mary, who has lived successfully on the mainland as a prostitute, which sees her maligned by her community. She also brings along with her her female lover. I haven't seen this film, so I don't know how much of the sapphic relationship we see or how that relationship is framed. It seems like her character serves, when juxtaposed with the other character newly returned from the mainland who has become a devout Baptist Christian, like something of a cautionary tale for the dangers that mainland US poses to them, so it may not be all that positive as representation. What is noteworthy is that rather than diving into the suffering and agony of ex-slaves as they fight an unjust system, from what I've seen, it seems to explore the idea of identity, autonomy, and culture from a place of empowerment, which is certainly intriguing. I'd love to hear from anyone who has seen this. If you're looking for a historical TV series with some sapphic activity in it, Fröken, frimanns, krig is a Swedish TV series that lasts 4 seasons about women's rights activists looking to make a change in their society. As they push for equal rights for women, they set up a co-op to take on the grocery business, demanding unspoiled quality foods. Kenna, one of the women, is a sapphic and she develops a relationship with Thomasin, but as you can imagine, given the times, it's not something that is widely accepted and it causes issues. Hopefully it ends well for the ladies. Judi Dench and Cate Blanchett star in this next thriller, which, with 2 powerhouses like that at the helm, regardless of the representation, is worthy of making a note of. Alas, it doesn't look like it's a happily ever after, but rather a take on the crazy lesbian trope, with this one about Barbara, an acerbic veteran teacher who befriends the new arts teacher Sheba. As they become friends, Barbara, who keeps journals, chronicles her developing feelings, but when she finds out that Sheba is having an affair with one of her 15-year-old students, Barbara uses the information to slowly tighten her vice grip on Sheba's life with, I believe, the desire to make Sheba hers. There could be deadly consequences of experience with this kind of narrative as anything to go by, but it is also an older sapphic woman, so it's on the list. A TV show where things could go either way, and we will have to wait until season 2 to find out just how it plays out, is the newly released series from the UK, The Crow Girl. I mentioned it on an earlier list for recently released content, and I have now watched it, and I liked it a lot. It's based on a book about a detective, DCI Jeanette Kilburn, who is investigating the murder of 3 young men. As she follows the twisted path of evidence, she comes across a psychotherapist, Sophia Craven, and, with the pressure of the case and a crumbling family life, she finds herself drawn to her, and it's mutual. The end of the season brings with it a twist that turns everything on its head, with this growing relationship between the 2 women at the center of it all. It's a well-made show with the thread of the investigation cinching together to the ultimate revelation, and with Eve Miles as the lead, an actress I enjoy very much, this show is right up there for things I've watched this year that I really enjoyed. Since I'm on a bit of a Carla and Lisa kick right now with my recent video, I should most certainly mention it here since it is two mature Sapphic ladies helming the ship. Carla has been on the show for about 20 years and had a string of dramatic love stories with men that just never worked out. And perhaps it's because she should have been trying her luck with the ladies, which is what happened last year when she started to grow close to the local cop, Lisa Swain, who had investigated many crimes over her 3 years on the show. After a slow burn build-up, they got together near the end of the year and are currently living together with Lisa's teen daughter Betsy. Things are not all placid because Carla has been in hospital for a kidney transplant and her donor, her brother, escaped prison, so it's been pretty stressful, let's just say that. According to insiders, there is more drama to come for the ladies, but they'll finish the year together, so there is at least that. I have a link to their playlist in the description. Speaking of Coronation Street, another mature Sapphic lady that had previously graced our screen is Paula Martin, an old friend of Sally's. Sally, ever the busybody, was keen to get Paula's daughter, a Sapphic, and her Sapphic daughter Sophie together, but it was clear that neither of them were into each other. Instead, a romance blossoms with Paula, which, as you can imagine, doesn't go down well with Sally. It's not the longest relationship and it doesn't end in a happily ever after. Thankfully, no dead lesbians, however, but you might be keen to check it out. Someone has strung all of their scenes into a single video and I have linked that in the description. On the TV show Jessica Jones, there is a Sapphic character in the form of Jerry Hogarth. The show is set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and based on a comic which revolves around Jessica, a woman with a chip on her shoulder who, after giving up being a superhero, opens up her own private investigation business. Jerry Hogarth is a lawyer who we see have dalliances with women. I have also heard that there is some subtext between Jessica and her best friend Trish to spice up the viewing experience too. Second to last, we have the Spanish TV show The Girls in the Back about a group of high school friends who, after finding out their friend has cancer, all shave their heads and head off on their annual vacation to celebrate before chemo starts. They have collated a list of bucket list items, one which leads longtime friends Sarah and Alma to face their friendship and the possibility that there might be feelings between them. It's complicated, however. Alma is out but has a girlfriend, Sarah has a daughter and a partner, and so this exploration of their attraction is not straightforward. Will they risk everything, including their friendship, to take things further? From the looks of it, it's an emotional and powerful series that looks at a close-knit group of women as they deal with all of the things that life throws at them. This last one, Killing Eve, is one I mentioned with great reservation because the last season was just the absolute pits, and I'm not over how the ending was fumbled so badly. There are some shows that will simply never recover from this kind of damage. I feel you all will know what I'm talking about, but in case you were spared this dumpster fire, Killing Eve is a story of Villanelle, an assassin who becomes obsessed with the MI5 agent, Eve Pulowski. A twisted cat and mouse game develops between them, one that was absolutely riveting and ever so exciting to watch in those early seasons. There was so much tension between these women, and had it followed the ending of the book it was based on, it would have been an insanely satisfying show. While we did eventually see them kiss, it was at the 11th hour and right before tragedy struck in the most hideous of ways. The evident strength of my feelings for this ending is a result of how much wasted potential there was and how the fourth and final season went down. This was my Klexer. Well, one of them. I have a few. So, yeah, it's a brilliant show with the worst ending imaginable. Still, Mature Sapphics. I've already got more Mature Sapphic film and TV content on my list that I can make another video about, so as long as you guys are into it, I'll keep making these videos. I hope you found something new to pique your interest, and if you have, let me know. Until next time, lady lovers.